Hey everybody, so a few of you asked about how to do some tricks, and specifically I'm going to show you how to do some with a vape. Now the three main ones I'm going to go over is doing rings, a French inhale, and I'm going to try to ghost, but I'm not very good at it, so here we go. So when you're trying to blow O's with your throat, what you're doing is you're kind of doing a really soft cough, or the same motion as when you clear your throat, like a what you're going to go ahead and do is take that sound way down. So instead of going it's you feel the back of your throat kind of going tap, 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 tap. And what you're going to do is, when you first start doing this, it's really figuring out how much air you need to use. If you have vapor in your mouth, and you get kind of like just a big cloud, but not much formation to it using too much air. If you use too little air, you kind of just get like a little, it's not really moving that much, like it looks like a little ball otherwise versus just a big cloud coming out. So the right amount of air, you're going to notice all of a sudden, whoa, it's starting to look like an O. The way to shape it otherwise to make them bigger and smaller is to have your mouth bigger or smaller. It's kind of like learning how to drive a stick shift. You gotta figure out how much clutch and gas to use. It's kind of like, well, how much air and how do I shape my mouth? It takes a lot of practice, but the motion to push it out is that in the back of your throat. So that's the way that I blow O's. The second way to blow O's is to kind of use your jaw to close your mouth onto the vapor that's in your mouth and push it out like this. Or pop your jaw like this. I'm not very good at it because I don't practice it, but it's another way. Again, it's a practice thing. You're pretty much figuring out how much vapor to let out, as well as how to shape your mouth as you're doing it. That second way being using your jaw and that motion of closing your mouth. Third way is to do Cheerios like this. All you're doing with that one is letting the vapor out slowly, and then using your cheek, like a hollow mouth, to push them out into like little shapes, little O's like that. So now onto the French inhale. Now with this one, what you're going to be doing is you are pushing the vapor out of your mouth and then back up your nose in kind of like a continuous motion is what it looks like. But in reality, what you're doing is you have just a certain amount of vapor left in your mouth, and you're slowly closing your mouth out and using your tongue to push it out while just breathing in. So I'll show you that now. So that's the French inhale. It takes a lot of practice, but keeping in mind the way you do it is you're pushing, you have a certain, whatever vapor you're going to use, you're just pushing that out of your mouth while inhaling. You'll get better at it and being able to use a little bit more vapor and being able to breathe out a little bit as you start breathing in. It's kind of circular breathing, but it's kind of weird. I'm not trying to explain it, but pushing out of your mouth and breathing in through your nose. The last type that I know how to do, kind of, I'm not very good at it, is ghosting, which is where you push the vapor out of your mouth, but then pull it back in again before, and you get all of it. So it's almost as if you never let anything out. I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. So I can kind of get it. I can't really get all the vapor back in. I'm not very good at it. I haven't practiced it much. So that's all the main tricks that I wanted to go over. If you have any suggestions for other tricks, or you see other tricks you want me to try, go and leave a comment below and I'll be happy to give it a shot. I may not be able to do it, but I will film it and put it up of me failing if that's the case. If you have any other suggestions for videos I can do, I'll also just leave a comment below. And suggestions for videos other than vaping, I'm up for that. I'm not necessarily making this a dedicated vape channel, but it'd be kind of fun either way.